Hey, so in this video, we want to talk about some of the major updates coming to Blackboard Ultra in August. We're going to begin with the major updates on your content page. So first, if there is any item inside of your course that you want to duplicate, there's a feature now that allows you to duplicate the item. The next thing is if you go inside of your module and you click on any item, you may notice a full screen experience. There's a couple of things that we want to share with you in this full screen experience. You'll notice breadcrumbs, and these breadcrumbs will indicate what course you're in, what module you're in, where in the module you are, and lastly, what item you're in. Additionally, another change inside of the content pages, if you go to Documents, you'll now get a choice to select the new content editor. This new content editor allows you to seamlessly create lists as well as tables. The last major change in Blackboard Ultra in August will be to your gradebook. You'll see a refreshed view primarily containing of grid view as well as list view. The majority of the changes will actually be in the grid view with an enhanced search bar, enhanced features such as assessment details as well as grade details. Let's begin with one of the first updates. Take an item inside of your course, for example, that you may have as like a template, or it may be something that you use frequently and you want to duplicate it. What you're able to do is on any item in the top right corner where you see these ellipses, you can click on it and then you can click on duplicate. What'll happen is you'll see the copying content icon appear at the bottom of your screen indicating it's copying. When it's done, it says copy complete, and you'll see the item with the word copy, so you know this is the duplicate, and you can go ahead and move the item wherever you want. So that's one of the key changes on the content page. Let's head to another key change on the content page. To access it, I need to open up my module, and then I need to open up any item inside of my module. So let's pick this item here, my PDF for the week. When I'm in my PDF for the week, what you may notice is, unlike Blackboard currently, where you're actually able to see the blue square with the X, you'll see that this is a full page experience. What comes with a full page experience is a few things. So the exit button at the top is no longer that blue square with the X. This is a traditional just X to close the page out. This is how you'll navigate. This is a key change to the system in August. Another thing you may notice is you'll see text at the top of your screen. This indicates at the far left by the X the name of the course. Then it'll indicate what module, where inside the module it lives, and what item you're on. These are called breadcrumbs. They'll be available on every single item inside of Blackboard Ultra. Now, just like what we were saying before, to close out of items, you need to remember it's no longer a blue square with the X because you're in a full page experience, so you're just looking for a white X that will close this page entirely. All right, let's head to a key change on the documents. So on documents, let's use our overview, for example. You may notice that this document here, if I click on edit content and I go ahead and I click on this plus button here, I can actually add new content, but then I will see where it says a choice of new editor. If I click on it, it will give me a way to seamlessly add lists, for example. So I'm going to make this a list. And it will also give me a way to seamlessly add tables. So I can add as many tables as I want. Additionally, if you're not so comfortable with the new editor, you're actually still able to click the plus button and you're able to select the current editor. Now, please note that if you do want to try the new editor at any point, you can click try new editor down here and you'll be able to access it. If you want to undo anything, you just click the undo button and it'll revert you back to the old editor. I'm going to go ahead and hit save to save my changes. All right, so to head out, I'm just going to click on the X Next up, we want to bring you into the gradebook to address some key changes. Let's start on the left-hand side over here, where you'll see these icons. These icons now replace the names that you once saw. So with the 4 squares, this is actually going to be your grid view, and this is where the majority of your changes will be for the gradebook, but we'll dive into that in a moment. I just want to show you what the 3 lines mean. So if I actually click on it, this is actually your list view from your old gradebook that has just been transported here. So nothing has changed in this area with the exception of you now have a to-do button, and if you click on it, you'll notice that this looks just like the overview, and the reason that is because it actually is the updated overview. So rather than being its own page, it now is a sidebar that you can easily access while you're working on various items. So I'm going to go ahead and close this out, and let's return to the grid view to dive into some of our new changes. So I'm going to click here. Starting off with the search bar. This search bar is now unified, so anything that you're looking for in the gradebook, you can just simply click in here and you'll be able to search for it. So this is awesome because you no longer have multiple search bars. Let's head to the filter. So this icon, it has like a line and it almost looks like beads almost if you look at it. If you actually click on it, this is your filter. The filter is now just like the search bar, it's in one place. And for example, if you need to find anything, it's a lot easier to, for example, clicking a category and locating what you're looking for rather than going through a chunky panel like you used to have to do before. All right, heading to the right-hand side, you'll notice that the to-do is also available in the grid view, and this functionality does not change. So whether you access it in grid view or list view, it'll still have the needs grading and the needs posting. Next to the to-do, you'll notice that your settings icon has been refreshed. So in the settings icon, I just want to enter the settings a little bit. One of the key changes is you're actually able to change how the students' names display in the grid view. So if you prefer first and last name, you can have that, or last and first name. Additionally, if you are a person who uploads and downloads your gradebook, you'll find that setting here. Lastly, another change is to access your overall grade and, for example, set it up for the first time, it'll also be located in the settings. All right, let's head into our items to talk about some of the changes. I'm going to start with the item. I'm going to start with my class quiz 1. So if at any point I do want to, kind of learn more about my setup, I can just click on the title of the column and I'll see this sidebar that says assessment details. This just talks about my setup. And on this panel, you'll see the settings icon, and this allows you to make any changes to your setup. Please note, this is only available for columns that you create in Blackboard Ultra. Another thing that exists in the new gradebook is if you click, for example, in the cell of a student, of an item, you will see on the right-hand side grade details. This provides information on how you graded this student. Another thing we wanted to mention is you may notice that when I hover at the top, it provides this pencil here. And if I click on this pencil, it easily allows you to have a focus cell so you can see which student you're manually grading. And it also prevents any mistakes from happening. So for example, I know that I'm on my last student and I know that I'm all set. One final change that is really cool to know is that when you want to post things, you can easily click on the number to the left, or excuse me, to the right of the paperclip, and this will allow you to go ahead and post all your grades. So these are just some awesome changes that seamlessly allow you to work through your gradable items as well as grading. Please reach out with any questions, and thanks for watching. Bye!